Hello everyone. Today is 12th night. With today, the official Christmas season is going to be closed and the carnival season is commencing. So let's look at the energy patterns of today, especially because today the sun is aligned with Vega, the alpha star of Lyra, and tomorrow it's going to be aligned with Rukbat, the alpha star of Sagittarius. And these two stars are prominent in many, many ways. We are going to look at it in detail. And let's take a look first at the energy patterns we have. This is for tonight, and this is for tomorrow morning. And as you can see, we do have the Juno Venus conjunction very tight. Venus is retrograding, and the sun is applying to the conjunction. Don't take into consideration the vertex here, because this is just a space-time moment. I could have changed the time an hour earlier or an hour later. The vertex is important only when you have a specific space-time moment, like a birth chart or like an ingress chart, and there the vertex will be prominent, and we would have to delineate it. It is the point where you don't have free will. In this case, please don't consider it, because it just disregard it, because it doesn't really have any relevance. But the Venus-Juno conjunction does. Venus is retrograde in Capricorn, a serious Venus, a reserved Venus, and Juno, the first lady, is joining her. Normally, when you have these two in a chart, they may actually carry mutually opposed energy patterns, mutually opposed archetypes, because the lover and the wife are not always the same. But this conjunction suggests that we should actually consider getting it together. Actually, we should learn how to be a lover as well as a spouse. That's today's and tomorrow's task, so to speak. And the sun is highlighting and illuminating this conjunction, and it also infuses it with energy. The moon is already in Pisces. It left Jupiter a day ago, and it's applying towards the Neptune Pallas Athena conjunction. As you can see, by tomorrow in the early, sometime before noon, you will have the triple conjunction here. And then, of course, by tomorrow, the moon will, by after tomorrow, the moon will move into Aries. So that's what we have. And in order for you to understand what is happening in the sky and how the stars are important, I prepared a document here for you to see actually the three main great circles that astronomers use. Astrologers don't use the third one, but we do use the first two. What are these great circles? The first one is the celestial equator. That is practically the equator of the Earth projected out into the into space. So it's exactly at the same spot, and it divides into northern and southern hemispheres. The ecliptic is the pathway of the sun, and it is to the south in the north hemisphere during the winter, and it's to the north during the summer. And the two solstices show the 2 points, the southernmost and northernmost points of where the sun can be. So, and this is that area in the sky is where you find the zodiacal constellations. So that is the ecliptic. That is what we use, as we astrologers use in our natal charts. And then you have the galactic equator, which you probably haven't heard of yet. It is the center of the Milky Way. And the Milky Way is simply our galaxy, and it has two portions visible from the Earth. One is the spiral arm, a portion of the spiral arm. We can see that in winter time, in the winter period. And there is the middle of the or the center of the Milky Way, and we see though that portion in the summer, because it's actually the winter constellations that are there at the center of the around the center of the Milky Way, and the summer constellations are on the other end. But of course, they are visible exactly half a year earlier or later. So here is another document that I prepared for you that shows the night sky, what you can see with these three great circles. So here's the celestial equator. This is spring, by the way, the spring constellations. Here you can see a portion of the Milky Way with the galactic equator, and this is the ecliptic. That is summer. During the summer, you see the bulk of the center of the Milky Way. It's really beautiful. No, I don't want to zoom. And here's the autumn portion of the sky, again with the three great circles. And here is the winter sky. So the Milky Way is the thinnest during the winter. That is when you don't see too much in the northern. Let's go back to my original document that I prepared for you. And here is a drawing that I took from Lady Jane Vickers. Thank you for allowing me to use it. Hope you don't mind it. I mean, I didn't ask for permission, but I certainly acknowledge and I give credit. Most of my drawings, I mean, 95% of my drawings I prepare myself, but this is something that I couldn't have done better. And here you see three important constellations of the summer sky. So this is something that you don't actually see now, but we still, because we don't see it because the sun is in this portion. Here you have Scorpio. Below Aquila, you will have Sagittarius. Aquila, the eagle, Cygnus, the swan, and Lyra, which used to be also a bird. It used to be the vulture. And here you see Polaris and the big and little dippers. So actually, it looks like three constellations are flying towards Polaris. And Polaris is the pole star, of course, and the Earth seems to be hanging from the pole star. And this is what shamans utilized, because what they said was that the three shaman birds were flying towards the pole star, towards the bird tree, and these were the energy patterns that they utilized in order to get to the top of the bird tree. And actually, the story is manifesting also in the Hercules labors. The sixth labor of Heracles or Hercules is the Symphilium birds. And these are the Symphilium birds. So the story goes that there was this lake, the Symphilium lake, where big, huge birds with iron beaks and talons nested and didn't allow the people to go down to the lake and fish and get water. And so they requested Hercules' help. They wanted these birds to just move away. And Hercules didn't kill these birds. It's a very interesting story. He used drums and castanets and all sorts of noise-making instruments and made a lot of noise. And so the birds flew away because they were unable to go back to their nests, and they just left the lake. And this is a very, very typical Sagittarius behavior. By the way, the sixth labor is linked to the sign Sagittarius, and the constellation Sagittarius is taking part in the midst, because this is representing Hercules in the story. The celestial archer, although Hercules in the story doesn't kill the birds and doesn't use any bows and arrows. It's still there. Let's take a look at the alpha stars of these four constellations. By the way, the three birds, we can we can still say for Lyra, we can still say vulture, because it's in many portions of the world, this is still considered to be a bird. These 3 alpha stars are very bright, and they make what we call the summer triangle. So when in the summer, if you look up, you can actually distinguish this triangle quite well. At the moment, today, the sun is aligned with Vega, Alpha Lyra, which at the moment is at Capricorn 15 degrees 36. Tomorrow, it will be aligned with Rukbat, which is Alpha Sagittarius, at 16 Capricorn 56. So you can see these are very close to each other, but Sagittarius is a zodiacal constellation, so you could say that the sun is conjuncted. Of course, it's not; it's still aligned, but it could never become conjunct Vega because it's a northern constellation, and we can only say aligned. This is what Bernard Brady taught us way back in 2006. Venus is retrograde, so at the moment it is nearing Rukbat backwards. It will be conjunct Rukbat on January 10th, 11th, approximately. And then it further will be conjuncting Vega sometime on the 12th, 13th of January. Whenever a planet is aligned or conjunct a fixed star, it can download its energy patterns through its own archetype. The best is always when one of the luminaries is conjunct the star or aligned with the star. The moon provides some sort of psychic energy by which you understand it on a psychic level. The sun is very conscious. It is illuminating the star, and we can actually download its teachings. So these are 2 important dates for us. Further on, by the way, the sun will be conjunct Altair, which is Alpha Aquila. On the position of it is Aquarius 2 degrees 4, and the sun will be aligned with it on January 20th, 21st, 22nd, something like that. And then later on in February, the sun will reach the degree of Cygnus, the Alpha Cygnus, which is Dalab Adiga, and it's Pisces 5 degrees 37 at the moment. So as fixed stars have one degree orb, you can utilize these energy patterns in these upcoming dates and take a look at your own charts and see if these degrees are prominent for you. If you are around 30, 40 years old, deduct half a degree from these placements. If you are older, you can actually deduct 1 degree because fixed stars move 1 degree every 72 years. So that is how you can find your own placement. And as you can see, I also produced this little thing for you. These are the constellations. And there's another picture here that gives you the story itself and the summer triangle. Here's Hercules in the form of the Sagittarius, just below Aquila. And you can see the portion of the Milky Way, how these constellations occupy positions on the Milky Way. And the Milky Way has always been the, in any culture, in every culture, it was always considered to be the pathway of the gods. And so whenever the Milky Way and the ecliptic join, and it's in 2 main constellations, Gemini and Sagittarius, those are the gates where the human and the divine are meeting. And the constellations that are exclusively on the Milky Way are divine constellations. And these 3 birds they carry divine energy. And they are linked to healing, to esoteric knowledge that can be downloaded from above, and also healing energy that can be downloaded from the above. So these upcoming days and actually weeks are very potent weeks and days. Use them, utilize them well and wisely. And thank you for listening. Bye-bye.